Hey everybody, it's the multi-mom Candace Craft. What am I looking at? What is this, you may ask? Why, it's a desk. Oh, don't mind that yet. This desk I got from my mom, who got it from my grandmother. And as you can see, it's pretty rough, but I am not worried about the top of this desk right now because I'm doing something later on that involves that. Today, I'm going to work on, ta-da, the drawers. Now that I pulled it out, I can show you. You're going to see that this drawer already has some kind of sticky liner in it, right? It came with this like brown, ugly liner. Now, I don't know if the desk came this way when my grandma got it or if she's the one that put the liner in, but I don't want to take this out simply for the fact that it helps protect the wood and it's going to provide a base for my liner, which I'm going to make, and I'm going to use, ta-da, wrapping paper. Now, I got this wrapping paper from the Dollar Tree, so it only cost me $1, obviously. And I'm going to show you how to DIY, do-it-yourself, your own wrapping paper shelf liner. Alright, for this project, you're going to need just one roll of wrapping paper. It doesn't matter what design or what size. It's all up to you. I'm a girly girl, so I picked purples and pinks and green. You're going to need some tape. I would usually have like a roll of tape, but I don't know what happened to the rest of the roll. And sticky-sided tape would help better, but I don't have sticky-sided tape, so I'm using just a plain old cheap roll of tape. And scissors. You can also use measuring tape if you wanted to, or a ruler, or pens to mark off your paper, or whatever. But it's not good. It don't have to be that fancy. If you want to be that fancy, go ahead. Have at it. Be my guest. But this is how I'm doing it. Now what I'm going to do here is unwrap my paper. And now the hardest part for me is probably to determine if I want the stripes going this way or that way. When I open it up, how do I want to see my stripes? Also, the good thing about this cheap Dollar Tree wrapping paper is that it's got little grids on the back if you want to use these as guidelines. I decided I want my wrapping paper to be going vertical whenever I open it. So this is how I will be laying down my paper. Now what I'm going to do is, this is kind of hard to do one-handed. I'm going to lay my paper on the inside of the drawer and put it against the edge on here on the left side and see how it lines up. And then I'm going to try to determine very carefully. Like I said, some of you might want to use rulers or tape measures or whatever. I do it this way because I have to be complicated. I'm going to try to determine where this is going to need to be cut off at, and then I'm going to bend the paper in the crease without ripping it. Okay, so I had smoothed it out, and then if you can see, there's a little crease right there in that white spot where I had used my nails and dug into it. That is where I'm going to need to cut it off for the width. I'm going to do the same thing again now, only for the height. Okay, so I placed it against the back, I smoothed it out, and it cuts off right there. Now what I've done is I will gently turn my paper over because I'm trying not to make any crinkles, and using this bend mark and that bend mark and these grids on the back, I'm going to determine where I need to cut out my paper. So be very careful when cutting. Try to make your lines nice and straight. Alright, so now I've got my piece of paper cut out, which as you see fits nice and neat in the drawer, but we're not done yet. If I just put it in here, there's chances that it's going to wrinkle and peel up when I go to grab something out. So we're going to have to find a way to stick it to the bottom. Alright, now like I said, if you had double-sided tape, this would be much easier. You could just stick, put it in, you're done. Or, you know, put the tape however many spaces in between that you wanted, however much tape you wanted to use, it doesn't matter. Because I don't have double-sided tape, I will show you how I do it, and there's a trick to this method. Okay, everybody knows how to fold a loop with tape, right? But the problem with this is, say this is the table. Okay, hold on. First, let's put the tape on the wrapping paper, which would be this finger, and say this is the table. If you stick the tape onto the table, and you stick them all going the same direction, it's going to be able to slide up and down. See, the tape's still on here, it's still sticking, but it's sliding. We don't want it to slide. So what we're going to do is put the other piece of tape going this way, so that way whenever you try to move it, hold on, when you try to move it side to side the other way, it's not going to be able to move as easy. You'll see what I'm talking about. Okay, just one more demonstration using scrap paper. As you can see, I got the tape going long ways like this and long ways like this. Now if I turn it over, it's going to be able to slide up and down because the tape's going in the same directions. However, if I make one corner going up and down and the other corner going side to side, and you stick it down and you try to move that, it's not going to move without a lot of force. Let's see, now it's just coming down because I ripped it. So, as you can tell, it takes a lot more force to take the paper off when you do the tape this way than it does the other way. The other way, it's not going to last that long. So now let's do this paper. Okay, I decided that for each side I wanted 3 pieces of tape, so there's 3, and then there's 3, and then 3, and then 3. Actually, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 pieces of tape, but that makes 3 for each edge. As you can see, I got the tapes going in a different direction. This corner has up and down. This corner has side to side, and then up and down, and side to side. And then I have in the middle, side to side, up and down, and then up and down, side to side. So I've alternated my pieces of tape, and this is the key to keeping your shelf liner in place. Now to add it to the drawer. One final tip before I lay this down. If you really want to get fancy, you could take a dryer sheet of your favorite scent, unfold it, you know, an unused one of course, and stick it in the bottom of your shelf, and put in your shelf liner wall wrapping paper stuff, and then it'll keep your drawers smelling nice and fresh and clean, like clean laundry or whatever scent you chose. And it's going to be a nice touch to your pretty drawers. But because I personally don't want all of my office supplies smelling like fresh laundry, I'm just going to lay in my paper. Be very careful to make sure you get all the sides even and make sure there's no wrinkles. And then just rub it in, rub it out, you know, rub the tape on. And that should be all to it. And there it is, cheap and easy wallpaper shelf liners. And there you have it. I already went ahead and put some things in here like my hole puncher, my wallet, and a phone book. And it looks really nice, really fancy. Now I'm going to finish with my other 3 drawers that I have here. And I'll show you what it all looks like. And there it is. I got my 3 drawers and the main drawer. And they all look fancy and pretty. And that's how you do it. Easy peasy. Okay, one more thing. Another really cute idea would be to do each drawer different, but it's totally up to you. It's however you want to do it. It's very versatile. You can design it any way that you want. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye! As Tricity would say, bye YouTubey! Please remember to subscribe, comment, thumbs up, and thank you so much for watching.